All right, let's get started again for the 10th live stream. I'm sorry, I really have internet connection issues now. That I hope it's now working well. Let me see your chat here. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, I'm basically set up now. Yeah, first of all, everyone who is catching the replay, if you are able to catch the replay, because the link is a different one now. Anyway, I will put a timestamp in the description to so that you can jump to the first channel review I'm doing here, so you can learn the good stuff. But hi everyone at first. Hi Pam, hi Mr. Sharp, super user. Gamergrams, glad you were able to make it. And yeah, Technical Maruch Rash, hi, how are you doing? Greetings to India, over. I think you're new on the channel, so welcome. Peter from Poland, new as well, welcome to my channel. Hi Richard, how are you doing? I think we chatted a little bit the last days, right? Proteum Aquatics, welcome. I bet you're a friend of... I forgot his name. Also an aquarium fan. Anyway, 99% facts. Awesome. 1% fun. I think facts are also fun, right? Sorry, just came to my mind. Crypto Cruising, how are you doing? I hope you found some search terms that better give you a foot in the door of the highly competitive cryptocurrency niche. Hi Joe, you're waiting quite long. I'm happy you made the jump over to the news stream here. So proceed to checkout. Hi, how are you doing? By the way, it was really fun to review your channel last Saturday. I hope you all enjoyed the AMA I was doing. Was frankly much more work than I expected it to be, but was really fun to answer all your questions and to see a little bit more about your channels and all that stuff. I think that is really important to understand how the different niches works. And proceed to checkout, for example, is a very good example. He is doing for Amazon customers, like tips how to get a longer a free how is it called, Prime membership, yeah, like how to for those customers. So this is a really good example of a channel that is highly focused on search, as well as, of course, in the long run is a very good opportunity to get revenue from, right? I mean, obviously, you can there do some affiliate links and all that stuff. So I think that's to begin with, yeah, like very good thinking about how to yeah, build this channel in the long run. I mean, that's kind of obvious when you're doing business. The same is true for all other niches as well. But of course, depending on which niche you are, it might be a little bit more difficult. All right, extreme food reviews. How are you doing, Daniel? Really enjoyed your last video again. Look at him for a really good example how to do collaborations, how to build a community and all that stuff. It's really impressive. I mean, you remember my video about him 2 weeks ago. This was for me even a learning experience. Really impressive to really understand what it means to be to build a community around the channel. Yeah. So yeah, if you are interested in that, check out my video from last week, how to get more comments. I'm featuring Daniel there and his crazy channel. Check him out. It's when he ate the tarantula. That was I didn't even dare to watch that video for quite some time. Mm, it's so cool. Um, all right. Okay, I would say, first of all, how did you like the stream yesterday? Brian did, by the way, really great one about about yeah, the flaws of any tool, right? And it's kind of I'm trying to focus on that a little bit as well today in my reviews, because you know, the competition on YouTube is really fierce, yeah. And depending on which niche you are, it might be more, it might be less, but frankly, there is most of the niches are just very competitive, and so once you have a tool that shows you how competitive a niche actually is, it's like a really big surprise, right? I found out that the most common mistake people do, and myself included, I learned it the hard way, is that trying to target search terms that are just too competitive for your channel right now. Yeah, so the more you grow, the more you can see eye to eye with the competition. But at first, it's really tough to get your foot in the door because, you know, with a small channel, there's just such a tough time to compete with the big channels who already rank for all the important or most common search terms. So the only way around it is to get creative and find those search terms that are less competitive. Big channel missed out on. They just didn't think that hard enough about those more lesser known search terms. But this is your opportunity to get your foot in the door. And by the way, there was also a discussion going on recently about, is search important? And you know what? It is actually true that in the long run, suggested videos and home is more important, depending on which niche you are in, of course, right? If you are a highly searchable channel, like let's take Proceed to Checkout again, who gives tips for Amazon customers. Of course, this channel is really focused on search, because if you want to get an extended Prime membership, you are searching on YouTube how to get that, right? And this way he is getting his traffic to his channel. So there are niches where search is a big portion of the whole traffic pie, so to say. But many other channels have a bigger portion of other traffic sources, mostly suggested and home. But still, even if your channel is not really the one that is mostly focused on searchability in the first place, YouTube engineers published a scientific paper. I mean, if you watched my videos before, or Brian G's videos for that matter, you already know about that paper. We are talking all the time about it because it's really telling us the internal things that the recommendation engine from YouTube does. And there's actually a very important statement in there. You know, the recommendation engine is tracking the success of individual videos, and then based on that deciding whether to do more and more promotion for those videos. And they explicitly stated in there that they don't want to just track videos that are successful through those recommendations by itself. They also want to track how successful videos are through other means. That is, your subscribers make your videos successful. They come through the notifications, right? That's not the recommendation engine. And search makes your videos successful. That's also another means. So they stated in this paper that they explicitly look at those other sources, including search. And if a video is really successful there, then it gets picked up by the recommendation engine and may even blow up on suggested videos and home. So really, when we are talking about search is your foot in the door, then that is really meant literally. If you make a video successful in search, then it gets successful on all other ways YouTube is promoting your video. I mean, not all the time, of course, but it has the potential for that, because YouTube is looking everywhere where where videos are successful, so it can pick it up and do even more promotion for it. All right. My long monologue is done. Let's quickly go to the reviews, but just give me a minute to look at what you're saying in the chats. Video Mark, hi, welcome. Yeah, I look forward for your next podcast, by the way. Yeah, 100% search. That is also a good point. Video Mark, that stands for video marketing. Yeah, obviously, you're doing some searchable content, obviously, but also, I mean, there are other channels that are more crazily focused on search, right? Like how product reviews, for example, like someone just said that in the chat, right? But especially if you're a small channel and let's say you're a vlog usually is not very heavily reliant on search. But in the beginning, if you don't have any audience, right, then how can you get in the suggested videos if you don't have any audience? I mean, it can happen slowly, but you need to have a certain push to your videos initially so that YouTube picks it up and decides like, oh, that has to be a good video. I have to do more promotion for it. And how do you get it bootstrapped, so to say? And there are basically two things. Your subscribers bootstrap your video because they watch the video almost immediately after you publish it. And search is something you bootstrap. If later, if your channel is bigger, you might not need even search anymore because you have such a big audience, subscriber audience, that bootstraps each and every video of you, so sending good signals to the YouTube algorithm, and then that gets picked up by suggested at home. Yeah, but in the beginning you don't have that big audience. So where do you start at zero? Maybe sharing on your social media, of course, but if you don't have an audience there, what do you do? So search is something that is available to everyone. And I think especially for small channels, even more important for that reason. All right. I wouldn't say this is the stage of YouTube, U2, the band U2. But thank you. Proceed to check out. All right. All right, let's do it like this. You are here for the reviews, so let's get started about that. By the way, I have worked hard yesterday, so along with the reviews, you will see a new feature in the keyword research tool that will coming up shortly for early access members, and then a week or two afterwards for all members. Really a great idea. By the way, is Quentin Hyde on the chat here for any chance? Big shout out to him because he inspired that new features. But not without any further ado, let's do a review. Please post in the chat Morningfame review if you want to get one, and I will draw a random number for you, so I can pick the one who gets the review first. And you know, like I did in my last streams, I will then, the next review, I will ask you to post this comment again, choose a random number again. And this way, I hope it's fair for you to so that some winners get the reviews. All right, yeah, just let me know in the chat. I think we have a little bit lag behind because of the issues with the connections I had before. I did use normal lag behind. So it's 30 seconds probably, or 20 seconds. Yeah, like lag between the comments and the videos you see. All right, reviews are coming in. Let me choose a random number. The 29 was the last one. Here we go with the next one. Oh, 29 again. All right, let's count through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right. It's Christopher from It's Complicated. You are the winner. I had to go round robin. Let me check. Copy link. Here we go. Let me check. Let me quickly open that up. All right. Okay. Let me see. What other questions do you have in the chat? Hi, Mazamuse. How are you doing? I hope your research finally came to fruition. It was, by the way, really great to see on the Tube Ritual group, Mother Muse posted there, asking to find search terms that are less competitive for her. And the response by the community was just great. I'm really happy to see how everyone chips in and tries to help out there. It's so great, really. Yeah, it makes me happy. All right, then let's go here to the browser in the review tool. Here we have Christopher from It's Complicated, 3,500 subscribers, 800,000 views. Great. I mean, that really tells that you get a large portion of views. So it seems you are already doing quite well on search. Yeah, let me see. Your channel is about Omega Speedmaster Professional Showcase. All right, my first Rolex, Caesar's Palace. I think they are selling watches as well. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's clearly visible. You're featuring all those watches. Save an extra 10% on eBay. How awesome. That is really searchable content. So that's a great start to have a channel like this. Makes it frankly a little bit easier for me because, you know, searchable content is easier to position in search. Not that it is harder for other niches, like if you do comedy, for example. It's also possible to position it there, but it's from the mindset. It's harder to come up with what should be the search term for a video that does some comedy gag. What could be people search for there, right? But once you come up with those search terms, it's of course also the same procedure to position your videos in search there. But anyway, here we go. From your tags, I already see that you're doing a really good job at deciding those. Really looks like search terms you're putting here into the search, into your tags. So certainly you have the right mindset. What are the search terms people are using to find a video like this was? It's this about the Omega watch, right? So perfect. And wow, here we even have some a video that is ranking like crazy. Let's take this one, for example. So, oh, you rebranded your channel. That's interesting. Yeah, why not take a chance at that? All right. I mean, that maybe explains it a little bit. You have quite a ton of views, right? And a rebrand is always a little bit tough to get the views up and running again. But hang in there. Everything I can see now is like, I mean, you're on the go. If you keep it up, you will get your previous glory again, I would say. Let's have a look at this video. Cool watches in film. Apocalypse Now, Rolex GTM Master. Ah, interesting. That's a unique twist on how to talk about watches, right? What you see in movies. That's, by the way, a really interesting idea for quite a few other niches as well, to hook on like the common things like movies, music, the news media, where it kind of ties into the topic you're doing. I can't remember actually. In the AMA I did last week, there was one channel coming up where I recommended doing that. Oh yeah, it was right. It was a channel about he's doing hip hop beats with the intention that the beat you can use for when you are a rapper and you need a beat to rap on. You're looking for beats like instrumental beats which sound great. You take them. He is giving it away for free, by the way. The beats he is producing, and then they can do a rap on top, and that's perfect for like yeah, beginners rappers, or what more even, I don't know the field too much, but perfect for a rapper who is just needing a beat to put the rhymes on top. So yeah, the idea there is also, for example, to look at 8 Mile, for example, or Dance Up, Dance. There was a series about a lot of dancing where you could do a similar beat that ties into the movie. And this way people might find it like a beat similar to this certain 8 Mile, for example, movie. So this way you can put a twist on that and draw search traffic from other areas that are not so obvious to begin with, right? And this one is a really good idea. So let's look at that. Cool watches in film. Let's open your keyword tool for that. Here we go. It's opened for your account, and it looks like, let's quickly, cool watches in film is a search term you targeted. Watches in film. Oh, that seems to be not a search term that is used by people. You see that by the gray cross when we click here. Do people search this? By the way, if you use the search keyword tool and see this red cross, it might still be the case that this search term is still used. The tool is more cautious in that manner. You can verify it yourself. You do it basically by you start typing it into the search term. Cool. Of course, people search watches. All right, so far it's a search term that we clearly get. I mean, I only have to enter cool WA and it's already appearing here. That's the trick here, how to tap into the search bar suggestions to find out whether a search term is actually used by people. You didn't finish yet typing in the search term, but it's already appearing. YouTube is predicting that you want to enter this search term. And how is it predicting? It knows other people are searching this search term heavily. So it knows, all right, then most likely you are about to enter the search term as well. So if that is the case, cool watches is a commonly used search term. This way, let's see, cool watches. And let's go further in. All right, I mean, now we're starting to not see this search term in the suggestions anymore. That's a clear sign that it's not used by people commonly. but let's go further in. No, there's nothing appearing here. I can't type anything, and you know, nothing is showing up here. So yeah, the red cross is really the final word, so to say. Sorry, although this is a search term that gives you really good grade, the competition is low enough for your channel. Let's see if you even rank for that. Perfect, here you go. That's your channel, and you even have another video here. I mean, it's a great series. Obviously, you have this serious thinking. They are working quite well for you, I think, on your channel, right? So it's a good idea to do more of those. But let's have a look at them. You're doing advanced thinking here, right? What you have here are 3 search terms, actually. And unfortunately, cool watches in film is not a used one. Let's see how is it with the other search terms. Apocalypse Now is certainly something. Apocalypse Now. That's certainly one. I mean, there's no chance to rank here, right? Wow. Wow. I didn't expect that. Did I mistype the word by any chance? Apocalypse Now. Because I would have guessed that it is really competitive, but it doesn't seem like this. You know, we have this here. That's really weird. A lot of views. A small channel with 374 made it into the top spot. That's incredible. I mean, we have all these exceptions every now and then. But of course, the views tell your channel is way too low, what it's usually performing. So all in all, the competition is really high for this search term, even though subscribers looks good here. But you can see all the other channels, 7 million subscribers. Okay, this one has subscribers hidden, so we can't say 63,000 subscribers. So it is tough to get in here. I wouldn't say that you might get this lucky like this gateway video here. It's a tough call to repeat that. Clearly, the Fs for the other grades tell you that. But anyway, the idea would be if you have your video here, and let's say Apocalypse Now is really something you could target in a better way, then you should put that in your title first and cool watches in film second. Right? But still, one cautionary word about that. If people are searching for Apocalypse Now, they are probably rather looking for a trailer, maybe. Helicopter attack, obviously, is a great scene in this movie. I can't remember the movie too long ago. But a trailer, something like this, full movie, all right, people want to watch that for free. That's obvious. So they are expecting something different. I'm not sure if they're expecting a small mini documentary on the watches you see in the film. So this is a very broad search term, and if you would target that, it's questionable if people will be happy with your video when they find it by just searching for Apocalypse Now. So it's a good idea to use a search term that also brings the right people with the right expectations to your video. And so that should somehow include watches. But obviously, as you can see in the suggestions, there is not really a search term for that. Rolex GTM Master is another one you might you planned to target. GTM Master. This certainly is one, but I bet this is really competitive. Yeah, here we go. That's generally yeah, too easy to come up with. So many channels are obviously targeting that. Let's see, GTM Master 2 Blue Black. I mean, that's a more long tail search term. And here we go. It's already having an A here and an E here. So it's looking already much better. But still, it's a little bit too competitive. Let's see, what can we do about that? Anyone an idea? It's a small niche. I bet wristwatch. I mean, wristwatch review. Let's have a look. I mean, wristwatch review. Here we go. Here's someone with 250,000 of views, 200,000 views. Timex Expedition Scout Watch affordable review. I mean, I wouldn't say that your niche is really small, yeah. But granted, those Gentlemen's Gazette. I mean, that certainly is a channel which talks about much more than just watches, right? It's suits and all that stuff. I mean, that's a whole niche. Like, yeah, becoming a more fancy gentleman, right? And here, this is about gear, 555 gear. I bet it's this channel is talking about more stuff than watches, maybe iPhones as well. I don't know. Here we have one who is luxury, about luxury in general. I mean, that's neck chains, neck. What is the English word for that? Like this gold chains, for example, that's luxury as well. Wade Connor is obviously talking about more than just watches, like something tech. Yeah, the collection. That is a good point. But it's also a really good idea. You know, you start out with a specific niche, draw in specific people, because the more you niche down, the less you compete with those broader channels. Yeah, because broader channels target all kinds of search terms. But if you are focusing on a very targeted niche, you can analyze what people are searching for in that niche, and then more use the opportunity of all the search terms that are very specific but not really competitive, because these large broad channels didn't think about those specific search terms yet and don't hog the top places there, right? So you're starting out with a very targeted niche, and then you can broaden your audience like those channels did as well, right? You can go into the gentleman's direction, you can go into the gear direction in general, everything wearable, tech, for example. So this is a really good strategy then. All right, I think maybe in this case, I wanna get a few more reviews in there. I hope that was already interesting for you. Because the next thing I would have done for you is to look into how to design the title, the description, and the tags to better match your search terms. Or to focus on what matters most there. And I bet you can learn the same thing for the next review I'm doing. So let's take another review. Let me know in the comments who wants the next review, and I will get started with that one. In the meantime, let's have a look at the chat. Hi Nico, your opinion on changing the channel name? For me, at least, it's in a how to something niche, I guess. Will get some searches overall. Thanks. No skills required. I think certainly for YouTube itself, the channel name doesn't matter so much. Yeah, I think the most impact you do with your channel name is the humans. So the first thing certainly would be about that it's clear for people what your channel is about by just only the name. Makes sense, of course, right? I mean, in my case, it doesn't really work there. Because I'm a brand name, so I'm not really a good example, but that is an idea how you go for it. And also what would be important is that people can pronounce the name well and remember the name well, because that will help you to, that people talk to their friends about your channel, right? So if they can remember it well, if they can pronounce it well, then that will help you a little bit. I think in your case, no skills required is quite intriguing. I think it's very memorable. You would have to tell me what other name you would use instead, because I already like your name. Even though I frankly have to say, I don't know what your channel is about, but as soon as I would watch a video of yours, I think then it's easy to understand that and remember that. So your name has already then the effect it should have. All right, let's pick a winner for the next review. Okay. 29 was the last number. Here we go, 23. Illuminati in the house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 21. Now we go round robin. 2, 3. Little poet, that is unfair to post multiple times. So you would have been that, but sorry, my friend. Let's take the next one. Brick Move. You are the winner. Let's go here. All right. How to keep more audience retention. That is the hardest thing to do, I would say. From everything you can do, that's the hardest thing to do, because your viewers are the biggest, the toughest judges, of course. Only they decide if your videos are interesting enough. So basically, of course, you have to make great videos about that. But you can use the audience retention graph in the analytics to really help you. A while back, not recently, but I did a video about what I learned in the audience retention graph. And from there, you can improve what you are doing. So let me quickly have a look at that. It's tough to get the watch time up, audience retention up, but it's really worth the effort, because if you grow your watch time, everything else will grow with it, because that ultimately means your viewers are enjoying your videos more. They are more willing to watch your videos to the end. So they will engage more. They are more likely to subscribe. That sends really positive signals to YouTube. And for that reason, YouTube will do more promotion for you. So the views increase. Also, your subscribers are more likely to come back to your channel because they enjoyed the past videos. So you will get more views from your subscribers. So watch time is really the core of everything. And it doesn't even matter how the YouTube algorithm works. It's the audience that behaves differently then, in a more favorable way. Here we go. That's the one. That's the video I did 9 months ago. I invested 3 months or so into my channel to look into my watch time heavily and to find out what I can do to improve the watch time. And these are the 3 best things that I learned from that. It's really insightful. Of course, you learn through the comments a lot from your audience, what they enjoy with the video topic to start with. But also this analytics that I'm showing you there is really useful in a sense that you can learn where you can smoothen out the edges. Very important. All right, big move. Let's get just started with your review. All right, Lego movies. Interesting. That's a really cool niche. By the way, if you didn't watch the Lego movie, the official one, you really have to watch it. That the humor is just great. But be careful, they have different ones. The original Lego movie is really the best one. You won't stop laughing. It's incredible. All right, custom minifigures. Neat, very nice. Yeah, I mean, it's quite clear. You do a little bit other things, right? Unboxing, tech gear a little bit. It seems gratis software. Very nice, but mostly you're focused on those Lego, it seems, right? So let's have a look at your rankings and see how the SEO turns out. Oh, by the way, 2,500 subscribers, plenty of views, very nice. And obviously you're doing really well already in search. A German channel, greetings to Germany. Mein Heimatland. All right. It looks already really good here. Let's look at that one already. You're targeting Brick Arms German World War II weapons pack. Let's see. That is already a search term, right? Let's look into that one. For you? Perfect. It's a red cross. Let's verify that. Brick Arms pack, weapons pack, World War II, Brick Arms, German weapons pack. Brick Arms weapons pack. That is a search term that people are using, but obviously it's really low competition. That's actually a special case. And the views those videos get in the search results here are often really low. Here, just the 3 first videos really get a good amount of views. But after that, 444, that's yourself. You're already ranking there, so perfect. You might get more of this view traffic soon. The more maybe you achieve in getting a step up. But it's not clear whether those videos not actually got their search traffic from other search terms. Look at that, for example. This one has 24% relevancy. Yeah, that means this video is actually optimized for other search terms. And the big amount of search this video, the big amount of views this video got, most likely came from other places, not from this search term. Yeah, even though it's ranking here, it's ranking much higher for other search terms with more search traffic. And that is also, by the way, reflected in the search traffic level. Yeah, these are the search volume level. It's pretty low. That means actually there's not a lot of search traffic. Most of those videos that have a lot of views are not really getting the views from this search term. This one certainly is not. These other tools are a little bit more relevant for the search term, but I guess it's also, judging from their subscriber count, at least this one is small. It's getting more views from subscribers and suggested most likely. So what you see here is a search term where you obviously have perfect grades where you can rank, and you also do that, so perfect. But the views tell us, and the low search traffic volume, even though people use the search term that has a green check, it's not enough people. Yeah, you're used to 1,600 views in general for each video, but this search term brings you most likely less. So that's unfortunate, actually. It might be, let's see, with the order, right? Brick Arms Weapons Pack is certainly something what people are searching for. But this one, oh, interesting. You could even rank for this one. Let's see if you're managing that. Oh, interesting. You have a video that is ranking here even. Perfect. I mean, crazy. And this one is really successful in views. Do you have even more? Because this one is obviously perfect. You're really rocking this one. It's obviously kind of an issue because when people are searching that, they're not necessarily searching for a German video, right? Most likely for an English one. So this kind of is a problem here. And oh, I'm sorry. Do I get that wrong all the time? You're not a German channel, but instead this was just the Germans and the Russians weapons pack. So you're actually speaking German. Not speaking German, but English. Sorry, I got that wrong. Because that also makes it clear why people are searching for German's weapons pack, right? And not because it's commonly the case if you're reviewing a product, then it's not clear that you're speaking in German. So usually you are people are adding the language you're speaking at the end. But in this case, it's that the weapons pack is from German armies. Yeah, you know that, as you know. So German weapons pack. Here we go. Yeah, you're ranking here, but you could go higher. I think if you're reviewing that one, there's not really a search term that, let's see the suggestions plus, that covers the same thing. This is probably a unboxing that is actually speaking in German, so that is not a search term for you. Brick Arms unboxing. Oh, interesting. That is actually a more competitive search term. It also has more search term, and you even get quite good grades. I mean, the views is lower, but it's not that far away. Let's see, do you even rank for this one? Interesting. No, you don't. But you could optimize your video better for Brick Arms unboxing, right? Let's quickly do that. I mean, you are Brick Arms. That's not really an unboxing video here in this case. This is not an unboxing video, right? So I would, you know what? I'm waiting for the next review to have a better example of how you could optimize your metadata. Yeah, okay. Because in your case, you're really doing it well, from what I can tell. I mean, let's see, German weapons pack. The target search term that would work here basically at your German weapons pack, that would be the one you have optimized for, right? Although, I mean, the issue is it has too low search volume, but let's say we are going for that. So I take your title. That is not, you have World War II in there, so it's not perfectly optimized, but it's good enough. What you could do is to better optimize it for that, put it in the end. then you have the full search term in your title at the beginning, which is more effective on YouTube, and that's much better. Let's see the description, how that turns out. 20%, you're doing it perfectly. Oh, you're also thinking about targeting that search term as well, obviously, since you used it in your description. So perfect. And let's look at the tags. Perfect, 28%. You could improve that a little bit. Let's see, suggestions plus. Is it a V2? I don't know. So let's keep it out. But German soldier is certainly, I saw that on the, on the thumbnail. So we got a little bit up. You have an A for relevancy. You're doing a really good job at optimizing your metadata already. So I would say the only issue is try to look for other search terms that actually have the potential to drive you more views than this one you just targeted. All right. Someone just asked in the chat if you are using Morningfame. Yes, for the basic plan, you can still use the keyword tool. If you want unlimited access to that, of course, you have to go to the Plus plan. But for the basic plan, you can start a 24 hours research session up to every 2 weeks. So it works like this. If you want to access the keyword research tool, you will get asked to start that session. Then for 24 hours, you have full access to the keyword research tool. Use that to your advantage. Plan your next videos you plan in the next 2 weeks ahead and save all your metadata in a text file. So when you upload those videos, you have them at hand. And during this 2 weeks, a countdown will start. And when it reaches 0, you can start the next 24-hour session again. But anyway, if by the way, there's a 20% offer currently running up to next Saturday. So if you want to switch, now is the best time. Anyway, all right. Let's go for the next review. Let me know in the chat who wants a review, and I choose a random number again. So hopefully this time we are really getting into the weeds of optimizing the metadata, because then I can show you the new feature I just created yesterday for this stream, which I will shortly release to the early access members, and then 2 weeks later at most for everyone. That's a really great one, because that takes your optimizing the metadata game up a notch quite a lot again. All right, here we go with the review things. I take a random number from 1 to 20, and here we go. Just let's do this. Okay, 23 was the last one. 20. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, let's go round robin. 19, 20. All right, Dakin Black Rose, you are the winner. Let's go ahead, put it into the review tool and analyze that. All right, Dakin Black Rose, let me know what do you think? What is your current level of doing SEO? I will see shortly myself, of course, but your own opinion would be interesting to see. All right, here we go. Yes, thanks for stopping by, Michelle. Michelle? Sorry, I didn't get that right. Um, yeah, always a pleasure. Stay tuned. I actually drafted the 3 tips I will be sending over to you already. So I hope to get that done soon. All right, Deccan Black Rose, if you say you're not too good, then obviously you're doing things right. 13,000 subscribers, impressive. Over 2 million views, so not too shabby. But let's see if we can optimize a few things. So obviously you're about gaming, Fortnite, really big topic right now. Actually, I went through all the search term suggestions. If you go, let's quickly open that. Just to give you an idea how competitive Fortnite is currently, or how much of a craze it is. Here we go. Just took a little to load. If you go through this if you want to know what are the really most searched search terms, then just go through this: A, B, C, right? And these are obviously really often searched search terms. And what I recently did is what I typed in how to, and then A, B, C, and so on. And what I found out is that Fortnite appears there so often. Yeah. So that's really great to target, but obviously also a very competitive niche. Obviously, having 13,000 subscribers already helps you quite a lot there to get your foot into the Fortnite niche. And we have, looks like a little bit like Minecraft, Roblox maybe. So certainly very well-known battle royale, very known big games you're covering. Let's look at that. Here we have one, God of War certainly is also a big game. We could do a little bit more about your tags. Because of course it's a good idea to have Minecraft in there, so that YouTube can't miss the fact that you're talking about Minecraft. But you could optimize it to have a little bit more search terms. You certainly have some of them in there. Minecraft Xbox One command block commands, looking good here. Here, this one is much better, right? You have like these long search terms. Although I wonder if these are actually search terms that people are using. Let's check that. We have search between a scarecrow ping cod and a big screen Fortnite. I mean, yeah, it's wow. This is actually something people are searching for. We're entering just a part of it and it's still appearing here. That's interesting. I would never have guessed that such a long search term is actually popping up there. So a great thing. Let's have a look at search between. Okay, obviously your target search term is starting in the title. So you're doing. Oh yeah, now I searched the full title. That's certainly not a search term. Let's go for this one. And this one looks good. Good search volume, but the competition is quite fierce. Are you actually ranking for this one? Your channel name again was this one, okay. Bacon, OmniPie. Yeah, you are not appearing in the top 20 results, unfortunately. But you know what? We can already see that here. that with all these yellow highlightings, even in bold, they are including the full search terms in most of the videos. That's incredible. The relevance, they are highly optimized for this search term. And this is also reflected in the relevance, right? The average here in gray is 70%. 70%. That is crazy. Yeah. All those channels optimize their videos for these search terms so heavily that it's really tough to get your foot in the door with, since it's a tough competition. Yeah, that means the first 3 grades means that your channel authority is lower than those of most of the videos here in the search terms. Yeah, the average is much higher certainly, but also the gateway video, which is the least tough entry point, is even higher than you are, except in likes and comments. You're a little bit better there, but just having this one a little bit better won't help you to make it up for these bad grades here. Certainly not for views, because you're far away from even the gateway video. So it's too competitive for you. And even the relevance, I mean, relevance, you have to think it like this. The average on the here is really high. So what you can do is you can potentially reach 100% relevance, but that's only 30% more, right? That you can reach. So the difference you can make compared to the average is not really high. So this not really helps you to get an edge, like an advantage over those all these other videos. So I think at that point, the competition is tough, and they even optimize the video heavily for this search term. So it would be important for you to target a different search term where the competition is lower and certainly the relevance is lower, so that you can get an advantage. Actually use your opportunity, which is low here, but hopefully higher for other search terms, which you in the first step, in the optimized step, get the most out of, right? So let's see maybe another video that gives a better idea. Let's try this one, for example. Minecraft command blocks AX of Leventan. This is, maybe is this a search term? No. Okay, here we go. Here we have a search term that you have targeted. But of course, it's too competitive for you. What can you do out of this? We have certainly the tutorial, which is already much better. Oh, this one is not too bad. We have a B in relevance. So this means you can get an advantage, can use the opportunity to highly optimize your video for that. You have Ds for views and likes, and subscribers is not too bad. I mean, you have an E. That means you are at least a little bit better than at least one video in the top search results, in the top 20. It's a little bit of a gamble. Yeah, so we would need to look for other things. Let's see, what do we have here? You have Xbox. You're focusing on Xbox, so maybe that one is even better. Ooh, the subscribers is good, but views and likes are getting worse. But I would say maybe it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's compare that. Oh, I'm sorry. Where was this one? We have Minecraft command block tutorial, Minecraft command block tutorial Xbox. So the big question is, what could you go for? I would say in this case, it's a tough gamble. I would say maybe that one is a little bit better. I think this one is better because you know, the point here is you have to think about your initial push you get from subscribers, because this one ultimately decides how well YouTube further promotes your video in the long run. And the point is, here in this example, those channels get plenty of views, so somehow they manage to get a big push in the beginning so that it's further promoted. Yeah, but your average of views is much lower than those of the gateway video, and certainly of the average. So that tells me your push you are initially getting is not as powerful as of those other channels. Certainly here we have a gateway video that has a lower push in the beginning, certainly because it ended up having less views. So certainly it has less power from the subscribers, even though it has more subscribers. But the average, the gateway video has close to 40,000 subscribers, but it seems that those subscribers are quite inactive, because if most of those people would be active, then every video of this channel would have more views, right? So, you know, it's a little bit hard to read, but in this case, your initial push is on par with what this search term usually gets. So I would say this one, Minecraft command block tutorial, is the better one to target here. And even though it's quite difficult to distinguish, also the search volume is quite similar. This is even a little bit higher. So the search volume wouldn't be the deciding factor. It's more like what is your ability to put positive signals about your videos in the beginning after you publish your video. And this tells me, by reading between the lines, so to say, this search term is the one that gives you the better chances, because the competition has a similar amount of power. All right, so let's say we are targeting this one for your video. Let's take your existing metadata of this video and let's see how we can optimize that. Let me quickly paste in the metadata so we see where we are at right now. We are at 73%. Let's make that big again. So that's not bad already. Of course, you're intended to target the different search terms, so that's an unfair measurement. Of course, if you had a plan to target this search term to begin with, then I bet your metadata would have much more on point, because all I can see from your other videos, the metadata, you really have a good idea of how to do that. So let's see, certainly a command block tutorial. Let's just take this part and put it behind it. So this way the title already gets up. That's important, yeah. YouTube really favors what is written in the beginning of this title as the target search term, more than what you say at the end. Of course, it's a good idea to say things like Xbox, because as we saw previously in the comparison, right? Minecraft command block tutorial Xbox was also a good search term. So you're basically, with including Xbox here, you're also optimizing your video a little bit for this other search term where Xbox is in the end as well, right? So there's a saying in Germany, we catch two flies with one stroke. I don't know the English, but you get the point. All right, so this is highly optimized. Then we have this search term, 18% of 20% achieved. That looks good already. You include all the words of your search term as well, so that looks good. And here for the tags, of course, we could re-optimize them a little bit. Let's see, we have this search term certainly, which we didn't choose as the primary one, but of course as a tag, we should certainly add that then. yeah, to make sure that YouTube really doesn't miss the fact that this video is good for this search term as well, right? Because it is. You just didn't choose that as a primary target keyword, primary target search term. Let's see. I'm not aware of your video in particular. What you're talking about there. Xbox One come up with command blocks, new Minecraft 1.2, Minecraft 1.2. Interesting. So 1. Okay, maybe that's not a common search term, but you could, since people are searching for the version as well, it's a good idea to include that, because although it's not a common search term yet, it might become, right? Because probably 1.2 is just released just now, so people are starting to search that, and in a month or two, maybe that's the common search term instead of the one which says the version 1.12, right? It's a similar like we do in YouTube advice, where we use a common search term and then add 2018, because we know currently at the end of 2017 no one is searching for that, but for 2018 we know people will start searching for that because they are not interested in the 2017 content anymore. They want to up-to-date information. So this is the same thing. People start to be not interested in the older versions anymore, so it's a good thing to have the new version marked here. Kill two birds in one stone. Yeah, that's the saying I was looking for. So have that in here already, even though Morningfame is asking you whether people actually searched that. And your answer is not yet, but they will. All right, then we have 93%. We would need to remove a little bit because you are over the limit. Let's see, tutorial, God of War 4. What is God of War 4 about? Doesn't seem to be about that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this seems to look for me like a different game. Don't do that. Yeah, don't include something that is not about the video itself, because you're risking to confuse YouTube with that. Yeah, especially I've seen instances not so much for tags, but if you put something in your title that is misleading, especially in the beginning of the title, then if you, for example, would put in God of War 4 here, and this video is not about God of War, then YouTube primarily thinks your video is about God of War, so it will promote your video to people who play God of War 4. But they will not be happy about this video because it's about Minecraft command block, right? So this way you would mislead YouTube into showing it to the wrong people. Then YouTube will think, wow, that's apparently not a good video, so I will stop promoting it. Be careful about including things that are not about the video. Sorry again if I get you wrong, I don't know too much about the game. So only include stuff that is spot on. And of course, all looks good except this one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not the one so good. One that's too broad, that doesn't really specify something that YouTube is helping YouTube to understand the topic. I mean, that's the main purpose of tags. YouTube has to understand the topic of your video. Yeah, it's not about too much about ranking for different search terms or something like that. YouTube will figure it out by itself if you explain YouTube what the topic is about your video. Yeah, with all the metadata you have, title, description, tags, closed captions, and even the comments you get under the video. This all will help YouTube understand the topic. As soon as it has a precise understanding about the topic, and by the way, you already did a perfect job here with your metadata, then YouTube will understand to which people it can show your video, which interest groups, as well as which search terms. Yeah, it's not the case that YouTube takes your tags and says like, okay, there's this search term in the tag, so I will show it up in search for this search term. That's not the case. That's detached. Tags don't have something to do with where your videos will rank. Yeah, it's the tags produce the understanding about the topic, and from the topic, YouTube will know which search terms to rank for. Yeah, but tags are not the only ones who tell the topic. That's all metadata combined, right? But if you are suggesting things that are not on topic, that might confuse YouTube, it might be the understanding of YouTube's topic, of the topic of your video might get fuzzy. And you don't want YouTube to have a fuzzy understanding of your topic. So try to not include some things that don't tell a lot about the topic. I mean, concept, for example. We have concept in all different niches. A design concept, a car concept, a philosophical concept. Screw that. One, I mean, we have one nearly everywhere where math is included, right? Sorry to say that, but and only, I mean, we have it everywhere. Vanilla is good, yeah? Vanilla is very famous in cooking, certainly, no question. But vanilla is also a game without mods, and it's helpful, yeah? Maybe you could, to really make it sure, you say Minecraft vanilla. Minecraft vanilla. Is that searched? Yeah, Minecraft vanilla. Better use this one. Yeah, not vanilla, but use Minecraft vanilla. Where did it go? Minecraft vanilla here. Because this one certainly tells YouTube it's without a doubt not about cooking anymore. Yeah, it's about Minecraft vanilla without mods. And this one will really give YouTube the clear understanding, right? So that's good. Mod, okay. Effects, again, video effects, game effects. I mean, better screw that. The other ones are really good. Block, that's difficult here. I mean, we have blocks in Lego as we had in the review before, so I would remove that. Command as well. Minecraft tutorial is good. Because that's helping YouTube understand the kind of type of the video. So I would leave that. And now we are at 499 characters. You're good to go with this metadata. And here we go now for doing it one step more advanced. Question to you, are you ready to take optimizing metadata even up a notch? That would be the time where I'm telling you about the new feature. That actually got inspired at first. Brian told me about that. The official term we are talking about here is keyword density. Yeah? Putting as many keywords in your metadata to really make it clear to YouTube what you're talking about. And yeah, big shout out to Quentin Hyde. It's also the name of his comedy to YouTube channel. He actually suggested me a practical way how to make that happen. Yeah, and that's what you're going to see now. When we are looking into the research tool here, yeah, we have highly optimized metadata now. Yeah. 36%, 80%, 18%, 39%, 92% or already. That is top notch. Of course, it's just a C because the average on for the search term is quite high already. So the maximum grade you can get here is not that high. I think it's a B, right? If you get 100%, you can get a B. All right. Yeah, here, sorry, that was hidden. A B is at 100% the maximum you can get. So we could optimize a little bit more here. Certainly, where are the weakest spot? I think in this case it would mean that you optimize your title a little bit more. Minecraft command block tutorial, that was the target search term. If you really want to make sure to be on spot on, then you remove everything else in your title. This way you can make sure that you are putting all your bets on this search term, yeah, and everything else that is missing here right now, you would put in the tags in the description to make sure YouTube still understands that. But it's a tough choice here. Let's leave it at that. What do you have here? Anyway, what I'm talking about here, so far the relevance grading, you're doing good at optimizing for one target search term. If you want to broaden the appeal for your metadata for more topics, or reinforce for more topics that search terms that your video is good for, that, yeah, to so to say apply for YouTube, maybe think about ranking your video there as well, then you have to put in a clearer message for YouTube. Yeah, for this main target search term, you're already doing a kick-ass job, no question. But if you go one step further, here we have now the advanced marking. By the way, I'm not that happy about this name yet. If anyone has a better name that I could put beside this checkbox, just let me know. All right, just activated it. Now it looks at your full description you have here, and everything you do now doesn't influence your relevance grade, but you're increasing the keyword density, which is also an additional boost. Additional boost that might help you. Yeah, if you want to go advanced, do it this way. What you see here is the underlining and in italics, these additional keywords that you included in your description. And obviously you already did that. Minecraft command block, yeah, we are looking at the tags. We have command block here. So command block is also underlined here. We have command blocks. Oh, you have the plural of that as well in your tags. Let's see. Command block and command blocks. Actually, you know what? It's not really necessary to have in your tags the singular and the plural. Just use the one that has the green check instead of the cross. Yeah, that is already enough. But let's leave it at that for now. So what you see here is the additional tags included. And if you write your description out, you should include more of your keywords that you also used as tags. So let's see. Bedrock edition, you have that in there as well already. AX of Leviathan, here we go. Command blocks, commands. This one, for example, is not in there yet. So let's see, command block commands. What can we do in order to include that? I've come up with using command blocks on the new in Minecraft. Xbox One. And I am showing you the best command block commands that make your gaming even faster. I'm assuming these are some keyboard commands, like, yeah, on your keyboard here. Anyway, you get the idea. So what you see now here, it's also underlined. Yeah, that is the idea. Yeah, that you're making the keywords in your description even denser. Yeah, include more of those related keywords keywords. Of course, make sure these are all relevant keywords, like you already made sure in your tags that they are on topic. And then write a text, like you already did a good job, and I added a little bit, where you include those keywords as much as you can. Of course, make sure that it is human readable. Yeah. YouTube doesn't like if you just cram in there just the tags again without having something human readable. Yeah, they have a filter, they can detect this. So don't overdo that, especially not just copy and pasting your tags in there. So I would say in this case, what you did here is repeating your title. Yeah, that's exactly your title you have at the top. I'm frankly not a fan of that. Yeah. Because it gets you too close on the edge of letting YouTube know that you're cramming there the keywords in there for purposes of tricking the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, that's a safety measure YouTube has. They don't wanna get tricked. Because if people could trick the YouTube algorithm, that means videos rank at the top spots that probably not the audience really likes. The safety mechanisms for YouTube against gaming it, against tricking it, are there to ensure that the viewers get the best videos. Yeah. So certainly these tactics in SEO are on the edge of tricking viewers into getting to watch videos they might not even like. Yeah. So what YouTube does is all the metadata you are posting there is a recommendation for YouTube. It says like, all right, you have this metadata, you told me your video is about this topic. I believe you. I'm now showing it to viewers who are interested in the topic, and I'm watching the viewers. Do they actually enjoy your video? Yeah. And if they do, then YouTube starts to trust that you didn't try to trick the algorithm. Yeah. But you did an honest metadata, like you included honest metadata. And this is spot on the topic your video is actually about. People are enjoying it. So now YouTube says like, spot on. Thank you for letting me know about the topic. I now know which people I can show the video to. And now I'm doing more promotion for you because I know the initial viewers I'm showing it to enjoyed it. So more viewers have to watch this because it's a good video. Yeah. And if you're going too heavy on the tricking part, yeah, then you risk like YouTube saying like, oh, you're trying to trick that. I can't give you the benefit of a doubt that you are actually doing good video about this topic. Yeah, if YouTube would give those videos too much of a chance, then people will start tricking the algorithm more and more, and that certainly will be a downward spiral for the quality of the viewing experience for the viewers. The viewers matter the most. And that is the reason why I don't like to include the title here again. I mean, YouTube knows the title already, right? You have it in the title. So why repeating that in the description exactly like this? But of course, you should repeat your keywords. Yeah. So in a hey guys, it's Dragon Black Rose. Today I made a Minecraft command block tutorial for you, which I wish I had found on YouTube when I got started with it. Yeah, something like that. I mean, this is a perfectly fine sentence, which is human readable. That certainly is not keyword cramming in a tricky way anymore, certainly. And it's readable for humans. I mean, people read that, so it should be not just keywords, right? And yeah, you already also include in a nice way the full target search term, and then now even your description rate went up. Yeah. So yeah, think about that. So that I just wanted to say. Yeah, if you have this advanced marking, you can more easily see that you included all the keywords. Yeah. From your tags as well. But keep in mind that you continue to write descriptions that are human readable, yeah, and not just trying to trick the SEO game, right? You can do this in a smarter way here. All right, I hope that helped. Let's see, what kind of questions do you have? I'm glad that makes sense. Yeah, no, you don't have to repeat the title, certainly. The target search term, you should repeat in there, yeah, to make sure that YouTube focuses on that. Especially, the point is here, the strategy of optimizing your metadata is that you're putting all your bets on the target search term here, right? And but you want to extend your title a little bit more to make it more intriguing for viewers. Yeah, I mean, in this case, it's highly focusing on the search terms and the keywords for SEO purposes. But you could also do. Brian G is often suggesting that, which I really like. Something intriguing. Yeah, you have your exact target keyword here. Yeah, a target search term, and then you do something for the humans, like tutorial, tricks I only found after 500 hours of playing. Yeah, just an idea. Yeah, that's intriguing. Yeah, so there's a tutorial. I don't have to play 500 hours anymore to know all those little tricks that make me more successful in the game. Yeah. So anyway, you can use the title to do a little bit more. It's a good idea to have something extra here, but to make sure that you are really targeting properly this target search term. I mean, you saw the percentage go down, right? When I remove that again, it goes up again to a full percentage. You're losing a little bit of relevance for that because you added something in the end, but it's for the human. That helps you for the click-through rate. And because it's a good practice here, then you should take your target search term and include it into your description somehow in the sentence like I did here. Plus, of course, it's a good idea to have that in your, let's see, in your tags as well. It was still missing, I just realized. So let's sort it by relevance again. Here we go, the most relevance keyword here. We have to delete a little bit because we are over the limit. But anyway, that's the idea behind it. Yeah. All right. Bits for you. To elaborate a little bit about the title and this again. The point is, the title is not your target search term. I see oftentimes people confuse the title for the target search term. Here we have the target search term, and that's what we target. Yeah, and we build our metadata around it. But oftentimes, when we let's go back to the original one, oftentimes people use this in search, yeah, the full title here. But this is not a target search term. Yeah, it's also a red cross for a good reason, because that is not what people use in the search term. It's a good practice to do a title like this as a title, because this allows you to rank for more search terms. As I explained before, we had this search term as well. So that was also included somehow in the title. It starts with this, and then later it has Xbox. So this way you can make sure that the title fits also for other search terms. But the title in itself is not a search term. Yeah, there is a difference. Search term and title is not the same. Yeah, and ideally, of course, if you figured out a search term that is not too competitive for your channel, then ideally you just put the target search term into your title and nothing else. Yeah, as I explained just now, it's a good idea to add something at the end to make it more intriguing for the users to click. We now know how important click-through rate is, so the title certainly plays a big role there as well. But certainly in cases, like this one is a really good case, where the best, no, sorry, that was not the search term we were looking for. This was the original search term. You can get a B, but if you are getting the best you can get is a C, for example, yeah, you can't really set yourself apart from the other videos in the search results, then it's a good idea to really try to achieve 100% in relevancy. So in that case, to really make sure that you can make it, max out your relevance score the most you can. And that would mean having just the target search term in the title and nothing else. But if you easily get an A grade, for example, then it's no problem if you add something in the end and lower your relevance percentage a little bit, because it's still a very good grade and it helps you to intrigue the people a little bit more by having something intriguing in your title, right? So this way you're working a little bit more on your click-through rate, and which of course helps your video to become really successful. Hi Tom, how are you doing? All right, I would say let's cram in another review. So put Morningfame review in the comments, and I will draw another random number for one to win. In the meantime, let's see, what are you discussing? Little Poet, the first line of the info box is indeed everything. I would say, I would go as far as saying that what you have above the fold, right? If you're going on a video on YouTube, you have this a little bit of the search, a little bit of the description already visible, and the rest is cut off. You have to click this show more button, right? For you to see the whole description, and everything that is above this show more button is really important. By the way, also what you see in the search results here, what I show in the Morningfame search results as well. This is everything you see above the fold without clicking show more, like here. And this part is really the most important part of your description that you should make use of, include the words of your target search term, and which is, by the way, also the part that Morningfame analyzes for your percentage relevance grading. Yeah, if you include your search term in this above the fold part, then you get a high percentage. All right, let's see the reviews. Here we go. All right. $20 was the last number. Let's take another one. Here we go. 20 again. What a coincidence. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. Little Poet. You are lucky. Yeah, you got skipped last time, but this time it's your turn. Also, today is the day of coincidence. 2 times 20, and now you for the second time. Awesome. All right. Let's look your channel up. Hi, Andrew. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Better late than never. All right, let's go ahead. Awesome, 12,000 subscribers, over 1 million of views. Interesting. Today we have quite a few bigger channels. Very interesting. You have a very good upload schedule, as I can see here. Excellent. So you're about poetry, or let's see. Carrot Oil and You, March favorites, outtakes, The Healthy Foundation. By the way, your text is really hard to read. You could make it much bigger, or at least like here. This one is also better makeup for major women because you have this black background. Yeah, that's important. If the thumbnail is really small, for example, this text here, yeah, it doesn't really help viewers. So that would be a recommendation from my side. But okay, I see healthy living things mostly for for women like you. Very interesting. Okay, let's have a look at your videos. Here we have Invite My Privacy, Heartbreaks, Anxiety, Breakups. Okay. You're doing successes and failures. That's interesting. Is that a search term? Do people search something like this? Oh, interesting. Of Reconstruction, League of the Nation, the UN. Oh, I see. That's that is a search term. It says a red cross. Yeah, it is commonly used, but not in itself, unfortunately. Not in itself. It's also frankly, it is a search term that doesn't really tell you yet what you are searching for, right? I mean, you have successes and failures everywhere. So it's no wonder that we have here these super different search terms that are the UN, New Deal, Battle of the Somme, history or a game, I don't know, a New Deal chart, Amazon's growth. Yeah, so really different topics here. So it's actually not really a search term that is neither making much use because no one is using that in search really. Also, it's not telling YouTube, which is the purpose of the tag here, to tell YouTube the topic of your video. And this one alone is pretty broad, so I would be more specific with the search terms you will be using. Let's use invite your invite my privacy. Is that? Invite. Is that? Invade. Oops. Oh, interesting. That is actually a thing. And yeah, you already get quite good grades. There's this E, which makes it a little bit of a gamble, but everything else is quite good. It may make it up. So let's see. Are you ranking in search? Your channel is a little poet again. Here. Good job. Really good job. Invite my privacy. You're ranking for that. And yeah, it has search volume 40, which is good. Your video actually got 3,000 views. Yeah, obviously doing quite well. Let's see if we can optimize your metadata a little bit for that. Obviously, you optimized your video for this already. So let's see. We have this one, which is already a good title. I mean, that's actually, yeah, by the book, right? You have the target search term here, and here you have this additional teasers, right? What it is about, so that can intrigue people. Here we have a title, which is really good. Invite my privacy tag. Yeah, this is also a search term you're focusing on there. We just saw that in the suggestions, right? This is also used here, so good thing. Again, it's just stating the title, but the way you're doing it, it's YouTube wouldn't say right. Couldn't tell right away whether that is just keyword cramming in a sense, like I explained earlier with the title, right? Earlier we had this really long title, which is so specific that it's unlikely you use it in natural language. But in this case, I wouldn't say that it is bad. You can safely do that. And let's see here we go. Yeah, the tags are quite low in this case. You're doing pretty good job on being on topic here. It is a good question. I mean, your video, when we look at that, you're talking about your private life here, and it's a tag. I mean, I bet there are quite many different questions you are answering about that topic. So I bet that everything you list in here, anxiety, divorce, and stuff like this. By the way, I'm sorry for that to hear. Skincare, I bet, is in there as well. But I think it might help a little bit to narrow it a little bit down. Skincare, to not confuse YouTube about the topic too much. Yeah, I would say it's okay to touch on a few different aspects, but 2 or 3 maybe. Just my gut feeling. Yeah, it's my gut feeling. But maybe it would be a good idea to leave that out, even though you're talking about that a little bit, because if people are really interested in skincare, they might probably not be looking for your video. Your video is more about talking about your life and what you experienced in the past. So I would focus on that. And certainly that is heartbreak, divorce, starting over, things like this. Dating a younger man, awesome. This all is on topic, yeah. But I think to make it more effective for the invade my privacy. Let's see what we can do here. Mostly sane. I bet you are mostly sane, so that's a good one. You can do invite my privacy, since your title is a little bit has extra things in there. I would put the target search term itself directly as a tag. And I don't know if you do ASMR. I think you don't, so let's leave it out there. Invade my space, invade my heart. I mean, I'm not sure what videos are appearing there usually. Yeah, maybe it's talking about something different. But invade my heart sounds pretty much like that. You have now 40% this way. We would need to delete some tags, but let's leave it at that. But invade my heart. Let's see what this is about. Yeah, it's always, when you're trying to be on topic, always think about when you are including those search terms into your tags. Are these search terms where people are coming to your video with the right expectations? Yeah, and sometimes as I said before, I mean, that's a special case, but we had this tag vanilla. If people are searching for vanilla, do they expect cooking or a vanilla Minecraft? Yeah, that's always the thing you should be thinking about. And invade my heart, let's see. Invade my heart. Oh, it's a song. It's a song. Oh, pretty good example. People who are searching for this search term are obviously looking for this song. So although invade my heart, invade my privacy is spot on for the tag you're doing. I mean, the tag, not YouTube tag, but tag as in game of tag. It would fit basically, but it's actually invade my heart. Where would we have it? Let's quickly sort it here. This one looks good, but it's actually used for the song primarily. So this way you would signal YouTube, oh, this video is about this song, maybe it's playing in the background. It could confuse. So I would leave that out, even though from the English language it would make sense, but that's how this search term is used on YouTube, so it doesn't fit your topic here. All right, I hope this helped. I hope that's helped. Okay, I would say, yeah, Daniel, sometimes German words slip out. All right. Okay, I would say let's wrap it up for today. We had 2 hours of really great stream. I really enjoyed reviewing your channel. Let me know if you are having some questions. By the way, contact me via email for something as very, very important. Boss G, YBC, there's an invitation to Morningfame in the description of this video. So yeah, feel free to check it out. Try it for free, no obligations whatsoever if you don't like it in the end. But I bet you will enjoy it. Yeah, any questions which I which I could answer you about optimizing search? Again, I want to state, like Brian stated in the last in his live stream yesterday, the most crucial point is that you are looking for search terms that people are using and that are not too competitive for your channel. Yeah, everything else is easy then. I mean, optimizing the metadata, especially if you used my tool, it's kind of easy to get the relevance grade up, to put everything into place to make the most out of it. But the toughest thing, the cornerstone, that really needs a lot of creativity, frankly, and learning what people are searching in your niche, is finding a less competitive search term to begin with. And just in case you have difficulties to find good search terms, here is a footnote below the graphs where I'm linking you to a playlist, which there are 3 videos in there where I give you actionable advice how to find less competitive search terms. Because frankly, for many small channels, the niche is very competitive still, too competitive still. So it takes a lot of effort to find those search terms. But that's the only way you can get your foot in the door of search, and as I explained in the beginning, that is also your foot in the door for suggested and recommended home, because in the way the YouTube algorithm works, it picks up successful videos in search and also promotes it in all the other places then more. So it's really worth the effort to find those less competitive search terms, because this gives you the foot in the door, even though it might be difficult in the beginning. But with the right tricks, you can make it. Proceed to check out the search volume. Works like this one here. These are levels. Yeah. Frankly, the number itself doesn't mean much. It's designed in a way that you can compare search terms. Yeah. The more, the better. So if you have 2 search terms that give you good grades, I mean, that's a very special example here. Let's take this one, for example. Oh, I clicked somewhere. Oh, anyway. Okay, the idea is, yeah, that's not the best example, but you are researching your video, the next video, and you are coming up with different search terms. Yeah, this doesn't fit at all right now. Let me hop over to... And you find 2 search terms that both are potentially good for your video. YouTube metadata, comments on YouTube. On YouTube, here we have 2 similar search terms. And both are giving me okay grades. Well, the one below is not really good. This one would be really a gamble, actually. But let's say you have 2 search terms that give you good grades. That means the competition is not too tough for you. You have a chance to rank. Then as the next step, you can compare those search terms and say like, okay, from the competition, they are equally good. Yeah, if one is better, here is clearly this one is better. So I would go for this one, certainly. Yeah, then if they are equally well, then I would decide based on the search volume. So in this case, I would go with the higher one. That's the purpose of the search volume. To decide in the end 2 equally competitive search terms, choosing the one with the higher search volume. And the way it works is actually that it's looking at the search results you see here below. Which of those relevant search results, relevant videos, how much views are they driving? And that's how the estimates comes up. Yeah, those videos that are optimized for this search term, they benefit from this search term, the search traffic the most. This tool looks at those videos and looks at how many views are they driving. And that gives you an idea what gives you more and less search traffic. I hope this makes sense. All right. Sorry, Alex. This stream is now over. But I'm doing the very same thing next Saturday again. So tune in next Saturday. And with a little bit of luck, you can get a review as well. Proceed to check out for the search volume. The data is like this. YouTube is not giving us any information about the search volume. So what we need to do, I mean, all tools, yeah? All tools need to do the next best thing. You know, of course, that I already included the search bar suggestions, the predictive power. Yeah, if you start typing in something and then YouTube is predicting this search term, this is designed in a way that it works for search terms that are commonly used by users. This is how YouTube designed those suggestions. And I tap into the predictive power of these search bar suggestions to show you the green check. So this is one clear source where we get to know whether there will be search volume or not. Yeah. And the next thing, of course, I integrated Google Trends because that's a really good source as well. If you open that here, it will be loaded directly. But I don't know whether we can see data here, because the issue is that Google Trends only shows search volume for higher traffic search terms. And for small channels, that doesn't always help. But I included it because it's a great source, and sometimes you get good data here. So use that to your advantage. Especially when you compare search terms, you can even open Google Trends and see those search terms in comparison then. That's really helpful. But besides that, yeah, those two sources, there is no way to get actual search volume from YouTube. It's secret, this information. Yeah. So what we need to do is to do the next best thing, come up with an estimate that is usable, but it's certainly not reliable in all cases. And this is also, by the way, the reason why if you compare Morningfame's search volume estimate with TubeBuddy's or vidIQ's, you will also always get different results. I mean, many search terms are in the same ballpark, but you will get different results because it's only the next best thing we can do without really having search volume. Yeah, I designed it in a way I believe it's most useful, but I can't say that it is perfect, certainly, because we don't have this data. The only thing, some of you might wonder, there is this tool called Keywords Everywhere, a browser plugin that you can integrate into the YouTube homepage, and it's showing you search volume for the search terms as well. They do a different trick. Actually, search volume is unofficially available from Google. I mean, it's also not perfect. I looked into this source. It is a trick. But anyway, we at least have actual search volume information for Google search. Yeah. So what they assume is that those search terms we search on Google are the same as on YouTube. Yeah. So what you see there is the Google search traffic, but unfortunately not the Google search traffic. Certainly, if you are looking up search terms on Google Trends, where you can actually distinguish between these things by a car. Yeah. We have here, sorry, I put it here. When I'm when I'm sending you over from this button here, I'm pre-selecting YouTube search. Yeah. And you see like this trend here, buy a car is searched frequently on YouTube, and on Google, on web search here, it's a different story. It's I mean, it's not really, it's hard to compare because it's a relative measure. It's not absolute search volume that even they are showing. But the search behavior on YouTube and Google is really a different one that even shows it a little bit that it's always high, so to say. So use that with caution, yeah, because we really don't have search volume on YouTube. The thing is, we try to do the next best thing to give you, like, really, the point is, search volume is actually not too important, yeah, in a sense, speaking that competitiveness of a search term is so much more important, because if you are targeting a search term that is too competitive for your channel, then you won't rank and you won't get any search volume from it, right? I mean, it could have tons of search volume, but you don't even get a single portion of that, so it's no use. So what you need to have to ensure at first is that you target a search term that is actually low competitive enough that you achieve in ranking there. Only then you will get a piece of the search traffic, And then, of course, I hope my estimate helps you to take 2 search terms for which you both have a good chance to rank, and then decide to go to the one that has more search traffic. All right. Subversive asset, yes, for search traffic, there's also a third solution, which is Widspice Pro. It's also a browser plugin, which I think is a really nice idea. What they do is they some YouTube videos are publishing their statistics publicly. Not all. I mean, you know it from the upload page, right? You can check whether for each video whether you want to make the statistics publicly visible. In the new design of YouTube, you don't see those statistics anymore at all. I don't know. They just didn't include it in the new design. These charts that you were able to see in the old YouTube design, yeah, and there you were able to see how many views the video got in the last 7 days or month. I think 7 days, yeah. And Widspice Pro is using this information to look at the search results and see how many views those videos in the top search results have driven in the last week. And that gives a pretty clear idea how much views recently went through this topic. However, there is a big issue, of course, there as well. You don't only get views from search. You get them from your subscribers. You get them from suggested video and everything else. So this is also an estimate that is not perfect. Yeah. But of course, a viable road to go. If you're interested, the tool is called Widspice Pro. Andrew from Subversive Asset is certainly a really big fan from that of that one. So feel free to use that in addition. But again, remember, don't focus on search volume too much. The first thing you have to get right is the competitiveness of the search terms. Yeah, and once you have search terms that are the right level of competitiveness, then in the next step you can look at the search volume and decide for the one with the higher one. I hope this helps. All right, again, awesome. See you then next Saturday, Alex. I hope you get drawn with a random number to get a review. I'm looking forward for that. All right, it was really great to review your channels and to get your input. If you have some pressing questions, I'm always available per email. In the comments of my videos, I'm happy to answer them. Of course, I see in the chat here now are quite a few questions that I didn't get to answer, but that's not the end of the story. So see you next Saturday in, again, a stream like this. And in between on all the channels available, Twitter, Facebook, email, we are connected nowadays. So have a nice weekend, my friends. Cheers.